Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome to this evening's news summary. Seafront Development, located at Roche Caïman, is Seychelles' first branded seafront estate project. The 140 million American dollar investment includes a five-star hotel managed by the international brand Melia Hotels and 68 branded residences, of which two have already been sold. The media was able to visit the project site and was informed that all is on track for the project to be completed in December next year. The development manager of Seafront Development, Rod Thorington, says that this project is a result of a partnership between Landmarine and a UAE-based company. He also indicated that the investors are confident that despite the drop in tourist arrivals, this investment would be a success.
A large investment for Seychelles. It's an investment into the Roche Caïman district. It's not been a commonplace for people to invest in high-end hospitality in Roche Caïman. So we feel quite proud about that. It's widely known that 2024 has been a tough year. I think arrivals are flat, but spend is down. We believe that that's cyclical and that it'll tick up as the season starts, as the airlines start to fly back to Seychelles, which is happening now. We have to believe long term that fundamentally Seychelles is still the right bet. Every business has cycles and we might be in a dip at the moment, but we believe we come out of it. In terms of the site and why we chose to do a hotel, well, it's still prime real estate. I mean, we're 5 minutes from the international airport, 5 minutes from Victoria, 5 minutes from the largest super yacht marina in the Indian Ocean. There is currently in Seychelles no branded business hotel. There are other hotels that offer transit type of accommodation, but they're not branded. So we saw an opportunity and we think that positioning of the site, the product, the pricing of the product, the size of the rooms will be attractive. The way the estate has been designed with strong F&B experiences across the site, the conferencing, it's a hub. That was very much part of the brief originally, to create a hub for locals, for expats, for tourists to be able to come and enjoy.
The Cabinet of Ministers has approved the national policy on hazardous chemicals and hazardous waste management covering the period 2024 to 2029. In its weekly meeting yesterday, the Cabinet also took certain decisions aimed at strengthening the government's fight against cybercrimes. Vice President Ahmed Afif met with the media today to give an account of the decisions taken by the Cabinet. He said that Seychelles has taken the decision to be part of the Budapest Convention on Cybercrime.
We believe that by being part of the Budapest Convention, which was set up in 2001, which is one of the best in the world in terms of harmonizing policies to fight cybercrime, Seychelles should form part of that, and therefore we should move through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to be part of that convention. Cabinet has also approved that the policy on waste management, particularly to do with hazardous chemicals, should be revisited to take into account all the legislative gaps that exist today. As you know, what we import in Seychelles contains a fair amount of hazardous material, and we believe that Seychelles must conform to the highest levels of disposal systems and the highest levels of assessing where these are kept and how we transport them to a safe location, treat them effectively, and then effectively dispose of them. So the idea is to have the Ministry Environment network correctly with all other departments, health, for example, industry, cars, the maritime industry, because they all produce a lot of hazardous material, engine oil, gear oil, hydraulic oil, batteries, lights, small electronic parts, which contain a lot of hazardous material, and all of these have to be disposed correctly.
The Seychelles Coast Guard signed an agreement with Vijay Construction for the new jetty project at their military base in Ile Persévérance. Since 2013, the Coast Guard of Seychelles has been using a floating jetty. Now, with the increasing fleet of the military, the Seychelles Coast Guard has signed an agreement with Vijay Construction to build a new jetty to accommodate a new boat which will arrive this December. The construction of the jetty will cost the government about 52.9 million rupees and will be 152 meters long. The consultancy for this project will be undertaken by Charles Poole and Dauphin Associates. The project will start in 3 weeks and will take 10 months to complete. Ombudsman Georges Robert is asking workers and members of the public to know their constitution better. Mr. Robert asked the public to come and meet him and his workers in the meetings they organize at his office. On this day, the Ombudsman's office has organized an activity where the public can come and ask for information and have a dialogue with the Ombudsman himself. The Constitution provides that there is an Ombudsman's office that monitors, investigates, and exchanges with the different branches of government on decisions and actions that affect the rights of citizens personally. Activities were held at Camion Hall in town until 1 p.m.
We've got approximately 125 people that has come by and talked to us. I'm very satisfied with our session. Today is the day we reflect on the role of the Ombudsman as that constitutional watchdog and its greater role within the constitutional setup of our country. I would ask the people of Seychelles also today to have access to their constitution, have a read through, and if they have any questions, to come down today and I'll do my best to answer them, or they can come to our office at the Chambers. I think a lot of people are aware that there is an ombudsman, but not exactly what does it do and how does it do it. So I'm very happy today we've been able to explain its role, its purpose, and how it interacts within the constitutional mechanisms. This has been an incredibly successful campaign. I want to do more community programs. So next step is me going back with my team and seeing how many more districts we can reach before the end of the year.
The Ministry of Education, in collaboration with the Red Cross Society, will relaunch the Red Cross clubs in all schools next year. In preparation for the relaunching of the clubs, an induction session was held for at least 2 teachers from each primary and secondary school in September. Early this week, these teachers received their certificate in a ceremony at the La Rosière Primary School. During the ceremony, Red Cross Society of Seychelles donated some items, such as gloves and sanitizers, to the Ministry of Education.
The Red Cross clubs in Seychelles will be launched in the school next year. And right now, we already have some clubs running in some schools and some that will be operating soon, as they've already filled up the forms with the students. And we hope that with all the trainings that we will obtain, we'll be able to help the school whenever there's an emergency, but also during any normal team day activity. And also whenever there's something in the community, the school can help out.
We've had Red Cross clubs in some schools, but now we want to have a Red Cross club in all schools in Seychelles, private and public schools. We hope that through those Red Cross clubs, we can have better citizens through all the activities that are run by the clubs. And one of the programs we want to launch is a youth as agent of behavioral change, which we hope will foster a new generation of youth in Seychelles.
And that was it for the news for now, ladies and gentlemen. We'll be back at 8 with the news in Creole.